Hey guys, we are here at the Gigabyte booth here at Computex 2013. They've been just announced two new gaming notebooks. One of them is the 15.6-inch notebook. This is actually the world's thinnest gaming notebook at 21 millimeters in height while it's closed. So it's very impressive for sort of the hardware that's installed. It features the latest Intel Core i7, the Haswell, clocked about 2.4 gigahertz. It has the GTX 765M with 2 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, so excellent for graphics performance as well. What's cool about this laptop, it features four storage slots in total, so 2 SSDs, and we also can install 2 HDDs in there. It has an optical drive that can be swapped out for an additional HDD in there. So again, we have all the storage options in this guy, pretty good. Coming off the display, this is a 1080p display, IPS. Very, very thin, great viewing angles from Gigabyte. One thing though is the panel is slightly flimsy, as you can tell. There is some resistance while opening it up, so you can position it in the way that you want, but it still slightly is a little bit flimsy. Coming on to the keyboard, this is illuminated keyboard. Has pretty good feedback on here. Obviously it's a notebook, everything is pretty flat, so the keyboard sits in its own little section here. Aluminum body, very nice to the touch. We also have the speakers with power button. Coming to the side here, we have 2 USB 3 ports, HDMI out, and a VGA port. On top of the screen, we also have a webcam with the built-in microphones, kind of a standard thing. And on the other side, we have 2 more USB ports. These are 2.0, headphone jack, and an SD card slot, and of course your Ethernet port. Overall, a very cool gaming notebook from Gigabyte. Again, some of the impressive features: very powerful Core i7, very great graphics card, lots of storage options, obviously 1080p display. Let's see how heavy this thing is. It's actually fairly light with the battery installed. I don't know the exact weight, but it won't, if you are buying a 15.6-inch notebook, I'm sure the weighting is very competitive to what is out there. Also, given this is the world's thinnest gaming notebook, it's a great advantage. So moving on to the notebook front, we have the second gaming notebook from Gigabyte. This is the P34G. Also very thin design. Looks like it's a brushed aluminum body, so none of that plastic stuff here, so it won't wear out with time. Usually these parts wear out because your hands rest. Illuminated keyboard, but one thing is you can tell the keyboard does submerge a little bit, so not a very good thing to see on this product. It will retail for about $1,000 plus, depending on the configuration with your storage options, but it has an SSD and an HDD slot, so pretty good. It features the Intel Core i7, latest Haswell, and great graphics support as well, the GTX 760M with 2 gigs of RAM, so pretty good stuff. As you can see, the speakers there. The numpad is very responsive with your left and right click sort of integrated into each other. So Windows 8 is included with the computer, so obviously we have all the Windows 8 touch integrated controls into the touchpad. So on the side here we have the Ethernet port, VGA, 2 USB 3s and headphone jack. No microphone jack unfortunately, but I guess there is one integrated in here on top of the screen, also with the webcam, kind of a standard thing here. So coming to the display, this is a 14-inch display. Really cool thing to see 1080p on this type of model. So again, very small package, and it's really cool to see 1080p display incorporated into such a notebook. This is also very thin device, only 21 millimeters. Coming on over to this side, we have 2 more USB ports, HDMI port, and SD card slot. So great things from Gigabyte here. We have the 2 new gaming notebooks. Cool thing is very thin, 1080p display in both models, starting at $1,000 for the little one and at $1,300 for the big brother. So moving on with Gigabyte, some of the gaming peripherals they're announcing this time at Computex is the Avia Uranium wireless gaming mouse. What's cool about this mouse is that not only is it wireless, but it comes with its own ghost macro station. So now what's cool about the LCD screen is that it shows you all the information about the mouse, and you can configure that on the fly without having to exit into the software menu. Also cool because this is an actual separate unit. You can take it with you on the go anywhere and it will work just as fine. It will save all your profiles there, so pretty good stuff. Now coming to the mouse, unfortunately no weight adjustments here, something we'd like to see on the gaming mouse. But at the bottom here we have 2 AA batteries. Charge rate goes up to 10 hours, so pretty good. And you can also plug this into USB port here for charging. It has an on and off switch, so you can save battery this way. Coming to the buttons, Pretty straightforward. We have your side, the browser buttons, 2 more buttons for your point finger. As you can see, they are labeled G1, G2, G3, G4, so, and they actually programmable. The scroll wheel is pretty responsive. It feels a little too light though. I would like to have a little bit more resistance. Pressing the middle button, that switches your profiles, so you can either go up or down. Pretty straightforward. We've seen this type of design on a lot of mice in the past. So pressing the middle button, we get access to these to the Ghost macro station. We can change our DPI here. As you can see, it does change on the fly, so you are aware of what DPI setting you're using. You're also aware of each profile you're using, so it's a cool gaming gimmick. Also, we have the battery life over here, so 95%. Keep track of your battery life. Pretty cool new product from Gigabyte. This is the Avia Uranium, the Ghost macro station bundle with the wireless mouse. So that concludes our overview of some of the new things at Gigabyte. So we have 2 new gaming notebooks. This is the smaller brother, one bigger brother right behind me, and also the mouse, the wireless things. Pretty cool things from Gigabyte here at Computex 2013. Thanks guys for watching, and stay tuned for more Computex coverage.